right, Fit Fam. How's it going, everyone? This is Coach Paul coming back at you, fam, with a Trainer Tip Tuesday. All right, so I got our little best friend right here. One of our tools we like to use, our stability ball, Swiss ball. Nonetheless, when we use this ball, we do a couple of things with this. And one thing that we typically do with this ball is we perform some lying hamstring curls, or for lack of better terms, stability ball leg curl or Swiss ball leg curl. All right, fam. So first things first, let's talk about the muscle group that we're gonna be working for our stability ball leg curl or our Swiss ball hamstring curl. And it literally says it in there, right? Hamstrings, those hammies, all right? Those hamstrings are all these big muscles at the back of our legs there, all right? They make that attachment that is searching, from, to the base of our knees and the back there, ties into our calves, but also those hamstrings. They tie into our glutes, okay? The lower half to the side half, even sometimes they can't actually loop around to that top half on those hammies, all right? Especially those deep interline intercostal muscles there. So with this hamstring curl, first things first, I want to talk about the setup when we're getting on this ball. All right, so when we get up on this ball, you want to make sure first things first, when we lay down on this mat, we want to be sure, ball went away from me. All right, not just the mat, but any surface floor that we're laying down on, surface area. We lay down on the mat there, we want to make sure that we are going to have these shoulders actually pinned to that floor a little bit more. See, I kind of stuck that chest out on there compared to being around out like so. Gotta make sure we're really pushing my shoulders down. Okay, if you notice from that side of view, all right, I wanna make sure everything's there, that you can see how when I kind of initiate a push a little bit with my feet there, all of my back has now compressed into this floor. So my hands are gonna stay by the side to stabilize my upper body, okay? Now, initially, when we get this set up, think about having your legs at 90 degrees, okay? Our legs are at 90 degrees. This is where we should end when we get on this hamstring curl. This is the ending position, okay? So to get to that start position, I want you to roll the ball out. There it is. It's gonna be halfway my ankles. And I'm gonna grab or take one foot. I'm gonna dig my heel into that ball, and I'm just going to extend that leg back out. This is going to be my, this is going to be my, you can say distance or my setup on the Swiss ball. As I set up on the ball, I advise you to do so to find your level. What I mean by that, because at this level now, I'm going to flex my toes. I'm only gonna flex my toes towards that ceiling. I'm not gonna push them away. All right, I'm gonna push those toes up. Now, I'm thinking about really pressing my heels, my ankles down into this. As I press down, I'm now squeezing my glutes to initiate a bridge hold. From this position here, I am thinking about rolling this ball flat on my feet, feeling my hamstrings engaged, slowly roll that back out. I'm gonna have to come up from that real quick. Whoo, man, that is a cramp setting in. So, you're doing right. They hurt. All right, fam. So again, as I talk up on this setup, remember laying down flat on that back. We're gonna make sure your legs are about 90 degrees when we have this Swiss ball about right here. We're gonna roll it one, and we're gonna get the heel, leg at 90 degrees, extend the ball. There is your level. Place other leg on ball. Now, when you look at your feet, okay, when you initially do want to look at them, you want to make sure that those toes, that big toe is kind of in line to the inside of the hip. Down, you can kind of say maybe that nipple level to the inside of that shoulder. So that way, you're in even alignment through those hips. Very important. So that way, again, when you dig those heels down, our hips are in line. Hands by the side, we're nice and stagnant. My body's not shaking around. I'm in place. Now I'm going to pull on my hamstrings, roll the ball to the base of my feet. I feel the squeeze of my hammies. I'm slowly going to extend that ball in a straight line now. I want to think about pulling the ball straight to my glutes and pushing that ball straight to that wall while keeping my hips off the floor, engaging my glutes, making sure nothing in that lower back. You will feel the lower back if you are overextending, pushing out like so. So the fix on that, fam, is again, when you lay down on this ball or on the floor, when you get the ball here, see how compressed? Let's roll this ball, compress, compress, compress. Lower back is compressed on this floor. Perfect, there we go. Let me lay it down now. Let me get my shoulders on the ground, hands to that side. 1, 2, on the heel. 3, double heel. 4, press and raise the hips. 5, roll ball. 2 glutes, squeeze those hammies. Think about a bicep curl. Roll ball, straight out. Step 6, wash, rinse, repeat. When to exhale, we're pulling in. You want to inhale, so you're bracing that core, keeping it nice and rigid on that extension, so that way, no wait, hold on. In, out. In, so we're braced, core is tight, and that way it prevents that lower back from hurting. All right, fam, so talk about some of those sticking points and that Swiss ball hamstring curl. Making sure that our shoulders are going to be flat as well, entire back compressed down into the mat. You want to start with the legs about 90 degrees. You saw that step 1 on there. Now step 2, placing that heel on. Roll that ball out. That's going to be your distance. Drive those heels down to raise those hips. You don't want to hold that breath. You want to relax that neck. You want to make sure your hands are on the mat and braced. That way your body is stable. We're not rocking, and that way there's no overcompensation with any other muscle group, particularly that lower back. All right, fam, believe it or not, even while holding this position, you can build your core, because as you stabilize with those hips in the air, you have to use the core, not just the rectus abdominis in that front side or transverse abdominis. You are actually not having to use the lumbar within that back area. That lower back muscles back there have to be stimulated. They have to work, and those glutes, in order to stabilize those hips. Notice I said the word stabilize, stability ball. That's what we're talking about. You keep that ball under control on the roll in and the roll out. Focusing on these big bad boys right there, or ladies, those bad girls back there, right? The hamstrings there, all right? Because those things do hurt. If you're cramping, you're doing them right. If you don't feel a cramp, you're doing it wrong, fam. That is literally the mantra and the go-to on those hamstring curls, fam. So with all that being said, I hope that helps you out to further make that move more effective. I know it's not one of the favorites because it is one of the most challenging ones, but it's also very effective to help to help build up on that hamstring strength. And also when you build those hamstrings, ties into the glutes, ties into the back, it helps all of those plethora of issues that associate with weak hammies, from the lower back to the glutes to the hips, ankles and knees. Trust me, it ties all together, fam, all right? So let me know what you think there, fam, in that comment section there. Hope that helps you out. Have fun, be safe, fam, and let's go ahead and knock out these workouts.